Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to have you here with me, and a very warm welcome if you are new here. I thought this week I would chat to you a little bit about why I do what I do, and a bit more about sort of my background and Ask Charlie and all of those things. So I'm going to start way back in my early 20s. I wanted to be a fashion designer. Fashion was everything I knew, everything I loved. Little Penny's come to say hello. And yeah, I was just really passionate about it. I loved designing clothes. I loved making clothes. I had been designing and making from probably my mid-teens. I think I started when I was about 14, 15, designing and making clothes. And it was just everything that I wanted to do. I had a boyfriend at the time, in my late teens, early 20s, who had quite a lot of connections in the fashion world, and through him I met a few designers, and I realised rapidly that actually that wasn't a world that I wanted to be in. One of them in particular had children, and they were brought up by the nanny. She was jetting here, there and everywhere. She was frantic. I actually met her when she was on holiday, and it really wasn't a holiday for her. She was really busy the whole time. And I just got thinking and thought, actually, that's not what I want. That's not what I want for my life. I want to have children, I want to have a family, and I want to be present. I want to be there for them as much as I possibly can. I started my fashion degree and actually just wasn't loving it at all, and quit. I actually was really naughty. I spent the rest of my student loan going to Thailand and spent about 6 months out there having a wonderful time, and really got to think about what I wanted to do. And various things happened, and I ended up back at home with mum with no money, no car. And I got a phone call. Literally, I'd been home for one night. I got a phone call saying, "What's Charlie up to?" I had done a lot of sort of childcare. I'd worked as an au pair for a few summers for a wonderful family in Italy. And this family in particular were on holiday in South Devon. And the mum wasn't very well, and the dad needed to go back to work in London. So a friend of a friend, and they got to me on the phone. Anyway, I called, and I went that afternoon, and I ended up staying for a year, and I loved it. It was really tough. They had 3 young children, and I was doing all sorts of things, from looking after the children to doing their weekly shop to cooking. I did dinner parties for them, all sorts of things. So I was really thrown in at a young age into the sort of deep end. But I loved it, and I was thriving from it. I'm at my happiest, to be honest, when I've got my apron on, my pinny on, and I am cooking or cleaning or doing whatever it is. And so, various years went past. I got jobs in London and met Simon. And I worked when we were first married. I worked up until I was heavily pregnant with Archie, and then I handed in my notice. I didn't even go on maternity leave. I just handed in my notice because I knew I wasn't going to go back to work in London. We'd moved into this house in Sussex. And for me, I just wanted to be at home with the children. I just wanted to be there for them and not miss out on anything. And I've been really lucky that I have been able to do that, and Sai has supported me in that. Yes, I have worked, I've done various things. I had a children's nightwear business, but it was very much a side hustle, and the children came first. For me, my priority is Simon and the children, and family comes first. And now that the children are at school for longer periods during the day, I have got time to do Ask Charlie, and I've got time to share all the things that I have learned along the way with you guys. And I'm really passionate about homemaking and being a housewife, and we've got choices. And actually, if you love keeping home and can be at home to support your family, your partner, your loved ones, whatever it might be, and however it might look for you, and that's what you want to do, do it. don't feel the pressure of, you know, when people say, what do you do? Oh, well, I'm this, I'm that, and all the rest of it. Actually, if you just want to be a homemaker and stay at home and do that, and you can, then do it. If I had a full-time job and didn't work from home, I would have to pay somebody to come and do a lot of the things that I do. Obviously, I wouldn't have time to make all the preserves and things that, you know, that would just go by the by. But I love doing that. I'm passionate about filling jars with things that I have made and foraged for and created. And I just love sharing kind of all of that with you. But I think the reason why I wanted to chat to you guys today was because we've got choices. And don't feel pressured by society that you've got to go and do this and you've got to be, you know, high flying, whatever. Yeah, I wanted to be a fashion designer and I wanted to do all of those things. But actually, being a mum and being here for my children is the most important thing. I can go and watch them in matches. I can, you know, if there's an emergency, I can drop everything without it being a problem and go and be there for them. And for me, that is the most important thing, because actually they grow up so quickly. And this period of time, I want to be here for them as much as I possibly can. And, you know, work comes second. And I think that's why I wanted to take time off in August, because I'm really aware that they are growing so quickly. And I wanted to be able to say yes to things. I wanted to do all the things that not that they wanted to do, but I wanted to be able to just say, yes, come on, let's go and do it. Make amazing memories, because the summer holidays to me are a really kind of precious, special time. I always feel a bit blue in September. The first week they go back to school, and a little bit lost because the house is so quiet. And I love having a house full. I want the children to be able to bring their friends here and know that there's food and that mum will whip up something, or, you know, turn the music up and we'll all dance around the kitchen, and it's a kind of fun, safe place. And if I was working full time and, you know, really kind of in a high powered job, I wouldn't be able to do that, because actually I'd be exhausted and I just want to be quiet when I had some downtime. So, you know, for us, it works really well. Simon is, you know, really hands-on, and we work as a team. There's loads of things that he does to take the pressure off me. I hate filling out forms, and he does all of that side of things, which is amazing. And, you know, he does lots, and it's about teamwork, and it's about creating your family unit to work really well, and to say, you know, if you're not happy about things. But for me, I just love being here, being there at school to pick up the children, to come home and chat about, you know, their day, sit down together and eat delicious home-cooked food. And, you know, for me, I am my happiest when I've got my apron on, my sleeves rolled up, and I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm gardening, whatever it might be. And, you know, it might sound like a sort of charmed life. It's hard work. I don't have much downtime with the B&B and the holiday lets that I run down in Devon, which I never really planned to do. That's sort of a little bit of an extra thing that just sort of happened because we wanted to keep Mum's house in the family. And so it was me that needed to run it. Luckily, I've got a great team of people down there that can keep things, or do keep things running so smoothly. And, you know, so they're just sort of checking in with me, and I'm organising things and doing things, and that's, you know, yeah, we manage it. And through Ask Charlie, I want to give you all the confidence to make those choices. And, you know, if you're unsure of how to do things, there is a library of knowledge on my website of blog posts that I've created showing you how to clean your loo, to cleaning your silver, to cooking family food, to gardening, to pruning roses, you know, whatever it might be. There is so much information on there. How to get stains out of white, how to hang out your washing to make life easier. And really, Ask Charlie is about making life easier and giving you the confidence that you can do it. and encouraging you to try things, because actually if you don't try, you don't know. And I also want you guys to be able to ask me questions, because if you don't know something, and no question is a silly question. You only learn by asking and by being given good advice. For me, community is really important, and through Ask Charlie and my Instagram and my website, having this sort of wonderful space of like-minded people where we can come together and know that we can talk about all of these things and share our feelings and what we want, and ask advice, because I think that's really, really important, to have a lovely supportive community around ourselves, and it encourages one another and it embraces one another to be the best version of oneself. I really think a home should feel inviting. I think your guests and people that come into your home should feel comfortable and relaxed, and for me, it's not about being a perfect show home and not being immaculately clean the whole time. Life is too short to clean within an inch of its life, and with all the children and the dogs, things get a mess, and actually it doesn't matter, because when I've got time I will sort it out. But I want people that come here to feel comfortable and relaxed and at ease with us, that they can sit down and they can chat and they're not on edge. I think sometimes if you go into a perfect show home, you're a little bit like, oh, overwhelmed and intimidated. And I feel that a home should really be a comfortable, safe, cozy place. And that to me is really, really important. So I want to thank you all for your lovely support, your kindness. I want to wish you a really, really happy weekend. Thank you for being here and watching today. And I am sending you lots and lots of love, and I will be with you again very soon. I also will be filming a Q&A. So please, if you've got any questions, send them my way. If you've got questions for Simon and I will see if I can get him involved as well. So anyway, lots of love, and see you again soon.